Lord Uria!
What's the matter?
When you said we'd have dinner together, didn't you mean inside the Divine Ministry?
I believe I said, as long as we return to the Divine Ministry before nightfall.
Ah, so that's what he meant. But everything here looks so high-end and extravagant. Surely we're not going to one of these fancy restaurants, are we?
There's no better way to find peace of mind than taking a walk, especially with someone you can open up to. How about you? Don't you feel a bit better breathing in the fresh air out here?
Yes, the breeze is refreshing. I do feel better.
It sounds like you have more to say, doesn't it? Let me know.
I really appreciate you going out of your way to care for me, Lord Uria. But if you were here alone, it'd be fine. A fancy street like this doesn't seem like it suits me at all.
You're worried it doesn't suit you, are you? Well, think again. I don't see any issue with you being here. Do you? This is just one of Akavina's open streets, accessible to everyone. Anyone, including you, can walk here freely. It doesn't belong to anyone in particular.
Oh.
Judging by what you're saying, it seems like you've always chosen places you think suit you. It's fine to revisit the same places, but every now and then you should allow yourself to experience new sights. Especially when you're visibly worn out. At times like these, breathing in new air can only do you good, don't you think?
Truly, thank you for caring about me so much.
Not at all. More than that, I'm sorry I haven't been able to look after you much, since I've been so busy.
Huh?
I imagine it must be difficult for you to adjust since it's your first time in the Divine Ministry. I should have helped you more.
No, Lord Uria, you don't need to go out of your way to look after me. You've already done more than enough for me as it is. Adapting to the Divine Ministry is something I need to handle myself. So really, you don't need to do anything more for me.
Even if I want to help you just out of personal affection, is that a problem?
Pardon?
Go ahead, pick whatever you like.
Oh. So these kinds of prices actually exist.
If you're about to ask whether it's too expensive, then consider my position for a moment. Do you really think the head of the Divine Ministry, one of Akavina's 3 organizations, could possibly be a penniless pauper?
But still, isn't this a bit excessive?
Perhaps I should be more straightforward with you. I have never once experienced financial hardship in my life.
Oh,
So don't worry, and just choose whatever you'd like to eat. But if you keep hesitating, I'll just order every single one of this restaurant's finest dishes.
I'll pick something right away. I'll go with this lobster dish.
Nice. But still, it's a little disappointing.
Pardon?
If you'd only taken a little longer, I could have ordered every top-tier dish on the menu. But you just barely made it in time.
It's all about my life in the Divine Ministry. Lord Uria, about the former admissions examiner. You expelled him.
Correct. Not only that, but he won't be allowed anywhere near the Divine Ministry again.
But then, is the current entrance examination for the Divine Ministry all right? I mean, since the person in charge was suddenly expelled.
You worry too much. Don't worry, I'm not the kind of being who acts without a plan. The moment he crossed the line with you, I immediately appointed his replacement. So the process of selecting new members for the Divine Ministry will remain smoothly as scheduled.
That's a relief. But why does it feel like he's basing everything on me? Why on earth? Lord Uria, there's something I'd like to ask.
Oh dear, Drink some water quickly.
Thank
There's no need to rush. Calm yourself. We still have plenty of time. But there's some red sauce on your lips.
Is that so? I could have done that myself.
But it's something I can do for you, too. You're so tense right now that if I hadn't pointed it out, you'd probably have gone the whole evening with sauce on your lips without even noticing. Relax. You're just talking to me like usual. There's no need to be this nervous, is there?
That's because I can't get the words out.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Even your throat feels better now?
Yes, I did swallow wrong, but more than that, I think I was overwhelmed with gratitude for everything you've done. That's probably why I couldn't get the words out.
I'm relieved to hear that. Glad it wasn't anything serious. By the way, there's something I've been meaning to ask.
What is it?
I was curious of your impression of me. Huh?
It's nothing, really. So please don't come any closer. If I say something careless here, it might lead to another strange situation like before.
All right. But what about my question? What's your answer?
I think you're a really good person.
Did you feel that way from the first time you saw me?
Yes. What is he thinking?
You really are bad at lying. Do you remember our earlier conversation? About when we first met, at the site where only the charred remains of a house stood after the fire? You said you felt bad for being disrespectful back then, not realizing I was the head. And I said I assumed it meant your first impression of me wasn't all that great. Do you see the issue now? So, moving forward, be more careful when you lie. It's fine because it's me, but if someone else catches you, it could lead to real trouble. Still, I'm pleased that you tried to put it nicely to spare my feelings.
Anyway, let's just change the subject quickly. By the way, how is the task I asked for, finding the gods of Akavine, going?
Regarding that, I'm steadily tracing the remnants the gods left behind. However, the gods hid themselves so thoroughly when they vanished that it hasn't been easy, even for me.
Oh,
But don't worry. No matter what, I'll make sure you meet the gods of Akavine.
thank you, Lord Uria.
You keep thanking me. It's almost like you're a canary that's learned to sing a song of gratitude. So, if you're truly that thankful, will you grant me just one request?
What is it?
I want you to rediscover your magical talents.
Pardon? But Lord Uria, I'm no longer someone who can use magic.
You weren't born without mana. If there's a reason why you can't use magic, we just need to remove that reason. As the head of the Divine Ministry who governs much of Akavine's magic, I feel it's such a waste for someone like you, with so much innate mana and potential, to let it go unused. Someone like you mastering magic could become an exceptional right hand for me. So, let's start magical rehabilitation training together.
But you're an incredibly busy person. Wouldn't it be difficult for you to dedicate time to help me?
Don't worry about that. I'm only busy during the day when the sun is out. During the evening and night, I have plenty of time. I've been working late nights voluntarily to handle extra tasks. But the truth is, night is when I'm freest.
If you say so, Lord Uria, then I understand. But there's one more thing I'm worried about.
What is it?
From what I've heard, there's already been a lot of talk in the Divine Ministry about how you created an unprecedented position for an apprentice assistant like me. So I'm worried. If I were to train with you in magic, it might lead to worse rumors. Even if I can handle it, I'm afraid it might harm your reputation.
You're full of worries, and you also worry a lot about me. But you really don't need to. In the Divine Ministry, which is entirely my realm, there's nothing problematic about me doing what I want. And if anyone dares to make baseless accusations or trouble for you, I'll handle it myself, just like I did with the former examiner.
Oh,
Besides, that person was an unusual case. Not everyone in the Divine Ministry is like him. In fact, the more trust you gain from me, the better the Divine Ministry will treat you.
Uria?
Does this mean he's also ahead? Like Lord Uria?
I knew you rarely leave the divine ministry. What brought you here, Uria? And not alone, but with your apprentice assistant, no less.
So, the rumor that I became his apprentice assistant in just one day has already spread to the other divine organizations.
I simply came out for a light dinner with her, Ismay.
Huh?
Greetings, miss. I'm Leo Jeffrey. It's an honor to finally meet the new apprentice assistant to the Divine Ministry's head, who I've only heard about in rumors.
I'm not so sure what's so honorable about it. Hello, Sir Giefried. I assume you're here with the head of the Holy Knights?
I'm the head squire. While a typical squire is a knight's attendant, the head squire is regarded far above ordinary knights. You could think of it as similar to being the Divine Ministry's head's personal assistant.
Leo, I need to speak with Uria for a moment. Quiet.
My apologies, head.
Uria, I've noticed you've been keeping a close watch on Highs and the Reaper Corps recently. Are you certain you can afford to spend your time elsewhere? Even in his current state, Highs isn't someone you can underestimate. And with sunset soon approaching, are you sure this is wise?
Ismay? Let's leave it at that. Continuing this conversation any further will serve no purpose. I am not unaware of the facts you've pointed out.
You're right. This isn't the time or place for such discussions. My apologies, Uria.
If the conversation is over, may I speak now, head? If it's not too much trouble, can we join you for dinner, the head of Divine Ministry and Miss? It's been far too long since I last saw the head of Divine Ministry, and I have so many questions for the famous assistant as well.
Never mind everything else. Does he even have the Holy Knight's head's permission for this?
Leo seems eager. Would it be all right if we joined you, Uria?
This doesn't seem like something they agreed on beforehand.
Very well.
Thank you, head of the Divine Ministry. Do you also have the head's crest?
The head's crest?
Oh, that means you haven't been granted a quest by the head of the Divine Ministry. Look here. There it is!
Oh,
Can you see it clearly? This is the crest, personally bestowed upon me by our head.
it sounds like being granted a crest is something special. But what does it mean exactly?
A crest signifies that you are undeniably one of the head's trusted people. It declares to all who see it that you are the treasured aide, someone to be treated with the same respect as the heads themselves.
A trusted person? A treasured aide? Does anyone in the Divine Ministry bear the head of the ministry's crest?
As far as I know, the head of the Divine Ministry has never bestowed his crest on anyone. The head of the Divine Ministry is kind, but he's also quite particular. Honestly, he doesn't seem like the type to easily trust others. From what I've heard from Miss Laurel, even his personal assistant doesn't seem to earn much of his trust. In short, it feels like the head of the Divine Ministry prefers to live in his own world, completely self-sufficient.
Prefers to live in his own world, completely self-sufficient?
It so happens that I have a wish as well.
What is it?
I wish to be there at the end of you. Truly.
The end of me? Do you mean when I leave the Divine Ministry?
No. The end I speak of goes far beyond that.
Oh, please! Promise you won't tell anyone that I just said. I've gone and made another blunder.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
Oh, thank you so much. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Meeting the famous one in person is as exciting as the first time I met our head.
I wouldn't say it's that exciting.
The moment the news broke that an apprentice assistant has been hired by the head of the Divine Ministry, all 3 divine organizations were in an uproar.
I can imagine.
Such an unprecedented hire! Everyone said the head of the Divine Ministry must have found extraordinary talent. You wouldn't believe how envious people were of the ministry and of you.
No matter how I look at it, this man is beyond positive and cheerful. He's an incurable optimist.
Wait a moment, Uria. It feels like we've been talking amongst ourselves for too long. Your name, correct?
Speaking of the head of the Reaper Corps, I heard Schleif and Slynos under him caused quite a stir recently. It is concerning. Lately, Hai's behavior has been even more reckless, escalating far beyond what we've seen before. Now that I think about it, considering your recent approach to Hai's and his attitude towards you, has something happened between the two of you, Uria? I'd wager you gave Hai's a stern talking to.
Well, yes, I did have words with Hais. But unlike him who crossed the line, I made sure to stay firmly within the boundaries. Still, flagrantly disregarding Akavine's laws to act so recklessly. Such conduct reflects poorly on the one responsible for it. If Hais continues down this path, he'll have to pay the price in due time.
He crossed your line. What do you mean by that?
He attempted to cause trouble for my person.
Your person?
Huh?
Oh,
It is clear as day. You're definitely the one he's talking about. I thought it was strange how gentle he's been with you since the moment we met.
I hope it's not because of the curse.
I've only just found someone like her, Isme. It would have been much better if we'd met sooner, but I'm grateful that our paths have crossed now. From here on, I feel she will become someone truly indispensable to me. I need her for who she is.
Oh, truly indispensable. Someone who is needed for who I am.